Hello, I'm going to do the Leo energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, just an FYI, my phone is about to die, so I had to kind of take my microphone off, so you may have to turn your volume up on this one just because I wanted to keep recording. All right, so we're going to look at what you may possibly be struggling with, what you may need to look at, and possible future energies. All right, Leo, my strong Leos. What are you struggling with? Three of Pentacles. What do you need to look at? Three of Cups. Possible future energies. Eight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles. I feel like there's something that you have to take a closer look at in detail. I feel like you have to take a break from a situation. I almost feel like you have to ask yourself if is this truly making me happy? It could be a job. You have to look at is this truly making me happy, and it gives you something to think about, and is it something that you need to walk away from? All right, Three of Pentacles. Let's go a little deeper. What is this Three of Pentacles for Leo? Gertrude. I feel like you're asking yourself, is this my Nine of Cups? I feel like I feel like you're thinking, like, I've hung in there long enough to see if this was going to be my Nine of Cups or not. And I feel like I've been fighting for my Nine of Cups, but I'm really wondering, is this my Nine of Cups? You know, I feel like you're questioning it. Like you've been trying to hang in there and you've been trying to do those things and you felt that it was the right thing for you to do, but then now I feel like you're struggling with it and you're questioning it and you're like, I'm not really sure if this is my Nine of Cups. You're questioning that. What do you need to look at? We have the Three of Cups here. Queen of Cups, your emotions and your feelings about the situation, that are you disregarding those, right? Are you trying to stuff those down? Are you trying to not acknowledge your true feelings of them? I feel like you're ignoring something. Is this truly making you happy with what you're struggling with? I feel like you're not being true to yourself. I feel like you're being deceptive. Or do you feel that there is someone around you that is deceptive, that is being sneaky? I feel like that's something that you need to look at. Look at that. You have your Strength card. You have your card that has come out for you. Seeing things from a different perspective, that is it something that is it truly what you want to do? Is it in your best interest? Bottom of the deck, Ten of Swords hanging in there. Ten of Swords is can be completions. You feel beat up, you feel tired, you feel exhausted, right? But I feel like it's almost like this journey. You can see this journey, and then over here it's like, okay, I'm seeing things, enlightenment on a situation. I almost feel like you're clouded over here, but there's this process that you're kind of realizing, am I too emotionally involved in this? And am I too emotionally thinking that this, you know, my Nine of Cups is, am I trying to make something work that just isn't going to work? Or do I need to hang in there? I feel like there's kind of this twofold thing, is that for some of you, is it, do you want to give up too early on something? Or is it some of you, you've been trying so long to do something, or be in a relationship, or deal with a relationship, or tolerate a relationship, or fight for a relationship, that just isn't happening, that you were too emotionally involved. We have the Queen of Cups and the King of Wands here, and in between we have the Ten of Wands. Is it a burden? Is it a burden? And how do you release that burden, because it's the 10? But this future energy is that deception and or walking away from a situation, and that is there deception. Do you feel someone is deceiving you? There's a lot for you to think about here, right? There's a lot for you to think about, but I feel like before you make that choice or that decision, you have to see things from a different perspective. You have to see it differently in order to get your answer, in order to move forward. All right, so I feel like some more cards here. We have the Fool. taking the leap of faith that if you want change and if you want things to be different, that you have to, oh, I love it. Look at this. You have to take that leap of faith, and sometimes you have to be a little foolish, right? Are you being too, like you're not being crazy enough, right? I feel like it's being foolish, but you're like, no, I'm not going to be foolish, right? Letting the crazy out, right? Sometimes when you let the crazy out, it's like you see things from a different perspective. We have judgment, which is an awakening and a renewal, a revival. Is maybe it's time for you to let the crazy out, or maybe it's time for you to see things from a different perspective, to see things that you're too emotional with something, or you're trying to fight for something that just isn't working, right? That just isn't going to happen. There's a rebuilding, right, with the Tower. I feel like you keep going back and forth with something. Is that part of you wants to hang on to this Nine of Cups over here, and part of you is like, maybe I should walk away. We have the Tower, tearing something down, something that was built on a false foundation, but then rebuilding it. Stressing about it, worrying about it. Are you worrying about things that you really can't control, right? Sometimes we just have too much worry, and we're so worried about how someone else is going to react that we're stopping ourselves from making choices that are best for us. I feel like it's just having that time out to sort through it, getting your emotions on track. I feel like your emotions have a big play in this. Bottom of the deck, King of Wands, coming into your own power and your own direction. We have the King of Wands twice here. We have the Queen of Cups twice here. Those emotions and those feelings, being too emotional, right? Being too affected, being too sensitive to a situation, right? I feel like it's just letting it go, having fun, and now's the time to just be crazy and silly, and to take a break from this whole situation, because sometimes when you take a break from situations that you find that clarity, right? If you're too involved in a situation, if you keep surrounding yourself with this energy, if you keep putting yourself in this energy that you can't really see clearly, that you need to step back and step away from the situation and then look back in. Take a break from it. Let it go, right? We have this Hangman, seeing things from a different perspective. Take a break. Let it go. And sometimes you're able to see those answers, right? You're able to see that direction. Then you can go back into it feeling stronger. All right, so let's grab a Star Dragon's card. Close out with a Star Dragon's card for Leo. We have Wisdom, asking questions. Great card, right? Wisdom, and definitely wisdom is with those two King of Wands. We have King of Wands, King of Wands. With those two King of Wands, he represents wisdom, right? Asking those questions. Ask yourself those questions. Am I happy? Am I fighting for a Nine of Cups that just isn't going to happen? Or do I need to put more energy into this Nine of Cups? Asking questions. What is this Seven of Swords? What do I feel there's deception? Is it within myself, or is it with somebody else? Asking those questions. What am I worrying about? Why am I worrying about it? And can I change it by worrying about it? Asking those questions. What does that Eight of Cups represent to me? What am I thinking about? Right? What do I need to walk away from? Do I need to walk away, or do I not need to walk away? Asking those questions. The Hangman. What does that represent? Taking a step back and seeing things from a different perspective. What perspective is that? Asking those questions. Am I too emotional about things? Am I too involved emotionally in it in order to find the correct answer? Do I need to step back and be crazy? What do I have to see? The universe is trying to tell me something. What is that? Peacock, let it shine. Being yourself, coming into your own power, shining. Let it shine. Asking those questions. What is it? What is it to shine? What do you want to shine? What does that represent to you? Letting it shine. Let it shine. All right. Ask yourself those questions so that you can work on those answers. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.